And we are live. Thank you, everyone. I am David Mullings. Welcome to Island Forward in partnership with Jamaicans.com. Every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern here in the US. Joining me from wherever you are, just put it in the comments. Let me know where you're joining us from. Today, we're streaming on LinkedIn for the first time. I got approval just this morning. So we're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and I have behind the scenes actually on Instagram here. So if you want to see the behind the scenes of the show, you can check me out on Instagram. I can't pull in those comments onto here. And unfortunately, the Instagram people don't get the cool layout that you guys get to see, whether we have guests or I play videos. Today, we're not going to have any guests. We're going to spend an hour talking about what makes us proud to be Jamaicans. And if you're not Jamaican, what do you love about Jamaica? So I'm looking forward to the comments, the questions. But guys, share where you're tuning in from. I want to big up your country, big up your city, big up your high school, whatever you want to big up. Big it up. Let's drop it in the comments. Okay, we already have Denver, Colorado is in the house. Yo, big up, boss. There's a big driver, big driver. So we got Denver, Colorado in the house. Respect. Come in, guys. You want to get a shout out. Supposed to be proud. Talk about where you come from in Jamaica. How about that too? So look at Kean McCullough jumping in from LinkedIn. He's in California, is in the house. All right, let's see where else. We got people showing up on Instagram. Tell me where you are. I need to give you a shout out, man. Kingston, Jamaica in the house. Ton up. Welcome, Rochelle. What's your Jason Walker bigging up Wolmer's Boys School? I love it. Man, go all the way back to them. Whoa. We got Qatar, or Qatar, as we should really be pronouncing it. This is amazing. Stephanie, thank you for joining me. This is wow. Of course, Jaldir saying big up Campion Massive. We went to Campion. I got Leanne jumping in on Instagram. She's in Jamaica. More Jamaica people. So big up. Shakir is the driver. The man said Jaldir is the older, wiser brother. I bet he can play football better too. I love this. So guys, I'm going to start with a video because this was important. See, greetings. What's your London in the house? Man, it's evening time now. Interrupting dinner. I see Shani Bennett. Oh, man, you in Santiago, Chile. Big up. Love the work that you're doing with your company as well. You guys will learn more about his company one day. I'll get him on the show. So I posted that video. Oh, gosh, look here. Big up Edwin Allen High in Frankfield, Clarendon. My mom is from Spalding's Clarendon, went to Frankfield High, which is now Edwin Allen. So especially a big shout out to Edwin Allen. Look here, Robert is in California. We got Port St. Lucie, Florida from Steve. I say, oh gosh, my friend Marlon saying just large up. We're getting people coming in from LinkedIn as well. I'm loving this. So, Jamaica's independence recently passed, 58 years strong. And I did a video, a Jamaica Facts video that we wanted to post online and just really remind people of what I see and why I'm so proud of Jamaica, but sharing some facts that fewer people would know. And so this has done really well. And when I said done really well, I'm going to show you on LinkedIn is over 11,000 views, tons of comments, 91 reshares on Facebook, 55,000 views on the company page. But let's pick up some more places. Toronto, Canada in the house. That's our family in Toronto, Canada. Veronica is in Cleveland, Ohio. Look at this. We got some LeBron James people popping in. Oh gosh, man, where's Moby? That's where that is from. So we have to especially big up Montego Bay. Orlando, right here where I live, via Kingston, and bigging up Holy Trinity High School. I love this. It just put it in one thing. Everything get big up. Orlando, the new home. Kingston, the original home. Holy Trinity, yeah, man. Bigging up the schools. So everybody watch here, we're getting Silent Hill Jamaica is in here and I'm watching on YouTube. First comment I gotten from YouTube, and that's how late it is in London. So thank you for tuning in. I'm going to make this worth your while. We're going to have fun for the next hour. We're going to play this video. But by the way, I address this way because obviously it's Jamaica. But you guys can't notice this on the stream on LinkedIn. You guys are about to see it, but on Instagram they can see it. I'll show you. So I've actually never worn this jersey before, right? Because this jersey is autographed. This is the Reggae Boys 98 World Cup jersey when Jamaica became the first English-speaking country in the Caribbean to qualify for the World Cup, France 98. I played football for Real Mona at the time, and my physiotherapist was the physiotherapist for the team, and she took the jersey and got it signed by every single player of the Reggae Boys team, including the coach Rene Simoes and the Reggae Boys physiotherapist team. So I don't wear this jersey. It sits in the closet. It's hidden. I decided to put it on just for this show. And there are more signatures on the back. And then the jersey behind me is the Reggae Girls jersey signed by the entire Reggae Girls team that qualified again for the World Cup. First English-speaking Caribbean team. I think it's actually the first Caribbean team to qualify for Women's World Cup. So big up to the girls, big up to my friend Sophia Harris, who coordinated that for me. The entire team signed that, including the JFF executives and the coaching staff. So hanging on to these things, you know, these are my little special treats. I can't wait to frame them and put them up somewhere. But yeah, man, Rochelle, nice. Can't wear this. I don't want to wash it. I don't want to sweat it. I don't want to have the logos, you know, come out like it. So big up Mobe. Again, we got some Mobe. Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn. Original Jamaica, that. I mean, right? Flatbush people too. Look at this. That's my former school. I also taught there. Great. Now we need to play the video. And then I'm going to play 2 other videos for you. But this is a Jamaica Facts video that got so many people sending me messages. A friend of mine sent me a screenshot yesterday of his mom posted the video in the family WhatsApp chat. And they said, David, this is how you know your boss. So I'm laughing at that. But yeah, man, I'm going to frame the jerseys. They're all going to be framed. Actually, I don't want to just frame them. I want to put them on a mannequin because there are logos, there are signatures on the back. So if I just frame it, you'd miss all the signatures on the back of the jersey. But let's play the video and see what caused so many people to want to talk about how proud we are as Jamaicans. But we have to big up London first, because we have more London in the house. Big up, Carl. So video time. Like many Jamaicans, I'm proud to be a Jamaican. And today, I want to share just a few Jamaican facts with you about our special place in the world. Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee is one of the most sought after and most expensive coffees in the world. But did you know that Sea Island cotton is also one of the most expensive and one of the finest cottons in the world? Glistening Waters in Falmouth is one of only 4 locations in the entire world where you can witness bioluminescence. The last 2 habitats in the Western Hemisphere for the largest butterfly, the giant swallowtail, are in Jamaica, the Cockpit Country, and the Blue and Jonker Mountains National Park. Jamaica has the most sub-10-second runs in the 100 meters, mostly thanks to Asafa Powell and Usain Bolt. Jamaica was the first tropical country to enter the Winter Olympics, inspiring the famous Disney movie, Cool Runnings. Yes, Jamaica have a bobsled team. Ian Fleming wrote all of his James Bond books in Jamaica. And Dr. No, the first Bond film, was shot in Jamaica. Live and Let Die had scenes in Jamaica. And No Time to Die, the most recent Bond movie, was also filmed in Jamaica. Looking back at history, in the 1600s, Port Royal and Boston were the 2 largest English towns in the Western Hemisphere and the most economically important. Black River received electricity for the entire town just 11 years after Thomas Edison lit up Lower Manhattan. Jamaica was the first commercial producer of bananas in the Western Hemisphere. And the last one of the oldest golf clubs in the Western Hemisphere, was founded in Jamaica. The Manchester Golf Club was founded 8 years before the Royal Montreal Club in Canada. So guys, that is the video that blew up, right? And I expected, I'll be honest, I did expect Jamaicans to share it and feel proud. I didn't expect it to take off the way it did. But thank you very much to my mentor, Michael Leachin, who that morning when I sent it to him said that he didn't know some of those facts. And so he was going to distribute it for me on WhatsApp, which then totally exploded. So really appreciate that. Well, let me see what comments came in while we're doing that. Look at that. We got Knox College in Spaldings again, man. Mom going to love hearing this stuff, man. This is mom's area. Atlanta, obviously the ATL. We can't talk about Jamaicans and not talk about ATL. That's a big place. Where are my Jamaicans in South Florida? Kingston 21, Miami, Pembroke Pines, Miramar. Where are you guys? Hey, Marlene. I see you, Marlene. How are you? Of course. Venice just dropped Jamaica flags everywhere because she's so proud. You know, we say we just run out and wave flag and thing. So I have two videos I want to play for you. One of them is going to be a reminder about the James Bond that we just mentioned in No Time to Die. They actually had put up a video of some behind the scenes on set in Jamaica with Bond 25. So I'm going to pull up that video and let's pull it in and play this for you. Some of you might not have seen this video. So let's see why Jamaica has been and always will be a luxury brand.
Alright, so yeah. So what a boom shot this, what a hit and not a miss. A man want this, he will catch up in the fish. Yes, he came across what is with the Chris. From a sexy guy, let me a full kiss. Boom shot this, what a hit and not a miss. A man want this, he will catch up in the fish. Yes, he came across what is with the Chris. From a sexy guy, let me a full kiss. So the God, so come so when me come out with the window, I'm a flat. The tooth can't return a copper outside. With that one, a mission with the herb is a rod. No matter if it's small, no matter if it's large. From when me come one, there's a God. So that one, a mission with the herb is a rod. The tooth can't return a copper outside. With that one, a mission with the herb is a rod.
So that is what the No Time to Die had put together to showcase what they filmed in Jamaica. I cannot wait for that movie to come out. As you know, it's late. But man, that movie is going to really remind people of how Bond started with Dr. No in Jamaica. Right? That's where the first film was done. And all the books, as I said in the video, and I keep saying, have been written. So this is going to be exciting. But we're here. We're proud to be Jamaican. More Atlanta in the building. We're just gonna have to keep bigging up ATL, and you guys probably going to just bombard us now with the ATL stuff. I'm surprised Miami not in here as yet. But here's one that I'm going to do. We tend to do something like play the national anthem. We saw that with Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer with the Versus. We know we Jamaicans are especially proud of that anthem. But I'm not going to play that. We had our national pledge that we grew up saying at school pretty much every morning, and I do appreciate those words. But there is something else that I actually think of more when I think of Jamaica. I'm going to play it for you, and I want you to let me know if this is a song that comes to mind as well when you think about Jamaica. I see Sham in the building. I'm going to big up Sham, but here is Jamaica's national song. We have a national song, guys. So I see everybody say, man, I can feel it right now. I have goosebumps. I just got goosebumps. I literally got goosebumps. And that's what happens when Jamaicans hear the national anthem or hear that song played. Look here. So he's agreeing. Kian is agreeing with Jaldir, who said, he made it clear. By the way, the national song is one of the most beautiful songs in my opinion. I think that's a very valid opinion. I think Jamaicans anywhere, anybody of Jamaican heritage in the world that hears that song swells with pride. Those words mean so much to us. And we do our best to live up to that, right? I see my cousin Monique popping into Instagram and saying, hi, Mons. My niece had her birthday recently. So we got this born in St. Andrews, Jamaica. Big up, Polly. Let's say, oh, geez. Let's say somebody said that they remember it differently. That's interesting. Differently. Jamaica everywhere. And then, we're looking at this one, Marlon saying that, he loves the song, always good. He always have me good chills, right? He gets chills listening to it. And that's how I am too. So, proud Jamaican, St. Andrew come from, live in New York. So we have more New York people in here. Jamaicans everywhere. We're all over the place. And wherever we go, people know that we're there. That's just the way it is. We come, and it's not that we're loud, right? But we come here with an idea of excellence wherever we go. Anywhere in the world we go with this idea of wanting to achieve whatever it is we set out for. And the bar isn't too high for us. We're going to keep going for higher bars. I think it's important for us to make sure we have that same attitude at home in Jamaica. Right? We are so proud of the fact that we have so many sprinters that come from Jamaica, male and female, fastest woman in the world, fastest man in the world at this point in time. We don't see that being broken anytime soon. But we also need to end up being proud of our economy, proud of our GDP growth, proud of our political leaders, proud of our country overall. We need excellence, the way we look at it in sports, to be the same thing in business. We're already great when it comes to our music, right? Reggae music, dancehall music. We discussed that 2 weeks ago with Steve Wilson, the manager of Sean Paul. And so that's what we need to be really focusing, in my opinion. And I think part of it is that we've seen negative trends in Jamaica for 30 years, more than a generation. And there are people who no longer believe that it is possible. We have forgotten our history. We have forgotten our place in the world. We've forgotten our contributions to global culture. And if more Jamaicans everywhere can remember what Jamaica used to represent as a part of the British Empire and how important we were, we can get back to that, but not as part of somebody's empire, as part of somebody within what we are doing. So it is exciting to see where that goes. And let's go from there. So I've seen some big up Jamaica, and this is some interesting comments on Instagram. People popping in and saying hi and so on. So this is exciting. Look at this one, Belvedere, Portland. Well, bigging up Belvedere, Portland. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. We look at this. So I like that Jaldir bring up this one, right? Simply saying that we influence the global civil rights movement. And that's true. When you think about Harry Belafonte, right? And you go back to Marcus Garvey, his birthday just passed. Marcus Garvey is one of Jamaica's national heroes. Marcus Garvey started that whole Black liberation movement, and he came to the United States and he helped to found that civil rights movement here. He influenced people like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and the way they thought. But you look at Harry Belafonte, who was integral in endorsing John F. Kennedy's campaign. Right? JFK needed the black vote here in the United States for the Democratic Party, and they approached Harry Belafonte. And Harry Belafonte, after sitting with him to understand where JFK was and explaining the issues for black people in the United States, ended up endorsing JFK, which helped him to win that election. So we need to be mindful of how Jamaicans have been so integral to that movement to empower black people. But then obviously, Jaldir brings up apartheid in South Africa. Jamaica was one of the first two countries to stand up and say that we're not going to do business with a racist regime that treats black people as subhuman, and led that way, right? If you watch the documentary Rebel Music, which talks about Bob Marley's music That music was going into countries like Rhodesia, which became Zimbabwe, South Africa as well. And they would take razor blades and actually slice the records, the LPs, so that they wouldn't play properly, because that music was the music of Black liberation, right? They played this music in the bushes while they were fighting against racism and oppression. So look at this one. We obviously in Talawa, Portland. I love it. Thank you, the USA, for the opportunity to still represent where I was born, right? And so talking about carnival. And so, I'm not sure. South African flag now looks like it has a piece of the Jamaican flag in it. It might have been inspired by the Jamaican flag and colors. We need to ask somebody about that one. I won't go so far to put Jamaica in everything. I think we Jamaicans see Jamaica in many things. But there's no question, if you talk to people in South Africa or in Africa in general, that they haven't been influenced by reggae music. Jimmy Cliff, Bob Marley, Marcia Griffiths, Judy Mowatt. These people have done music that has inspired people globally, right? When the Berlin Wall fell, they were playing Bob Marley. When the Berlin Wall fell, these guys were singing Bob Marley. Right? When you had issues, we talked about in Tenement Square, they were doing the same thing. They were marching and singing Bob Marley. That is the power of Jamaican culture. And this is stuff that was made in Jamaica, usually by some of the poorest Jamaicans. In fact, the ones who were shunned, right? People with dreadlocks, people smoking ganja, and the upper classes looked down on them. I thought of it as Boogo Yaga music. But that was the music that the world knows us for. And that was the music that put us on the map. And I love it. Michelle says, we are woven into the fabric of the world. And that is 100% true. Look at, oh gosh, so Pauline is saying, I'm Paulie Ryan Marley. Robert Nestor Marley is my dad. Big up. We have a Marley in the building. Of course, Mr. Wilson wants to happily put this one in there. But if you watch The Get Down on Netflix, or if you've paid attention to anything in the hip-hop world that talks about how hip-hop was founded, you know this one. DJ Kool Herc came from Jamaica, came into the Bronx, came into New York. And based on what we used to do in Jamaica, which was the dance hall, right? We had a sound system and we would mix music. He started hip-hop. He helped to start hip-hop. A Jamaican DJ comes up and says, we're going to do what we do in Jamaica, the way we mix these records. And of course, Grandmaster Flash and these other guys then come in and talk about the break. And we end up getting toasting, right? Jamaicans used to do toasting. Big up U-Roy. U-Roy is who we need to give credit to. U-Roy was the guy that was toasting. He's the biggest toaster known out to Jamaica. Toasting was let's play the rhythm, which came from the United States, and then toast, do your own music over it, which came to the United States. They call it rapping. They rapped over the break, right? The best part of the song. And that's why we're cousins. Hip-hop and dancehall are close cousins because they spawned out of the same kind of culture and environment of providing a party vibe, a place for us as Black people to enjoy ourselves. And credit must be given where it is due. And so that's why I love that. It's called Island Def Jam now, right? It's Island Records, founded by Chris Blackwell, which gave us Bob Marley. And then you're going to have Def Jam, which is, Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin, Run DMC guys. So Island Def Jam is one company. Mariah Carey is signed to her. Rihanna is signed to her. So we should always remember what we have contributed to the world and then do more than that. That's why I want to do this show. That's why Blue Mohawk Capital is investing back into Jamaica and in the wider Caribbean. Arsene saying, talk truth. I remember when the music by Rasta in my house when we were growing up. I love it. I grew up in a house that played all of these songs, right? And especially we played Baron Lee and the Dragonaires. We played Bob Marley. We didn't just play reggae music. We played reggae. We played some dancehall. But as always, some parents have issues with some of the songs in dancehall. But we grew up hearing the Scatterlights, right? We hear Toots and the Maytals. Right? Mom and Dad played rock steady for us so that we could understand the history of Jamaican music. Yes, a little mental, but not really mental, but rock steady, ska, reggae music, dancehall music. That's what I grew up hearing with actual turntables. At Jamaica, we say, bless, I love it. I mean, you guys, tell me some stuff that you remember. What else makes you proud of being Jamaican? Because I could drop some more facts for you, which I do have an actual part 2 video that's coming up. But tell me some things that make you proud. Look at that. You Roy, you at Beckford. Big up. But you tell me some things that make you proud of being Jamaican, and why not share even some of your vision for where you could see Jamaica going in the future? If you could wave a magic wand, what are some of the things that you would change or upgrade in Jamaica to make us even prouder to be Jamaican? Send me something. Send me something. Talk about some of your experiences traveling around the world as a Jamaican. Right? 2 years ago, I moved to Berlin in September. I lived there for 3 months, and every time I'd wear my Jamaica jersey, or people would hear my accent, they would say, "Are you from Jamaica?" And I'd say yes, and I'd be treated so differently instantly. And they would ask me about Bob Marley, reggae music, Sean Paul, weed, Usain Bolt. And actually, the order was always Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, and Jamaican weed. That's the three things I would first talk about and then go from there. So, and that was interesting. Also, look at this. Hortense is saying she meant to say that she couldn't listen to reggae music from Rasta people in her house. And that is a common thing in a lot of older households in Jamaica, right? Marlon is saying reggae was always played every Sunday evening on his dad's sound system. It was always a good time. So I love that. Big up to your father for promoting and supporting the culture that the rest of the world knows Jamaica for. We as Jamaicans need to embrace our culture more. And look at Venice saying that she remember them used to pay me money when I was little when I danced to the festival songs. I love it. I love it. This is exciting. We're going down memory lane. So, and Pauline asking why them change Jamaica. Well, I don't know. Have they changed Jamaica, or is it just that things change over time? I wouldn't say them. I wouldn't say there is a person or a group that changed Jamaica. Things naturally change over time, and we want to see a different kind of change. We want to see an improved Jamaica. We want to see a Jamaica that embraces our culture that we're known for abroad, and invest in that culture, is proud of all aspects of Jamaican heritage, starting with the music. So, here's Carol saying, I like when I travel other parts of the world and I'm asked where I'm from and I say Jamaica. They would say Wagwan or curse a Jamaican, bad word, and smile. Yeah, man, we all have that experience as Jamaicans. I'll be honest. The ones that we don't like, and we especially need to tell white Americans this, guys, like, seriously, number one, we actually don't like the whole Jamaica have a bobsled team thing. I know Cool Runnings is fun, and I did it in the video as a little inside joke, but we actually don't like doing that whole Jamaica have a bobsled team, because we didn't say it that way. We don't talk like that. So that's one. And then anybody else, if you have other pet peeves, tell me some pet peeves so we can share it with our viewers who are non-Jamaican about what we actually don't like doing. And I know we're going to get some. I don't want to say all of them. Marlon was saying Air Jamaica was also an integral part of the nation and a source of pride wherever that brightly colored aircraft went. And that is true. Air Jamaica was a little piece of Jamaica that flew, and it flew for a very, very long time, had one of the best safety records in the entire world, and had some of the most amazing service as well. So it's a pity that it wasn't able to be run profitably. That's unfortunate. And you never know, Air Jamaica might return, but it is the way it is. We've learned from that. Most governments can't profitably run anything business-wise. So we have our differences on that one. But Air Jamaica definitely was a source of pride. Barbara is here saying the people and the food. People. Everybody said that about Jamaican people. So warm and giving. The people and the food, when you're in Jamaica, you're feeling the love, man. I love it. One love. Yo, it's true. It's true. We know Jamaica for the food. Look at this. Kean said, my friends here in California asked me, I'm asking them to take them to Jamaica. What stood out most, though, is when they told me that based on what they've heard, if and when I plan that trip, they don't want to experience the culture and not just stay within the resorts. They always ask him to talk patois. And that is important. I'm friends with Adam Stewart. So, yes, you got to Sandals, the beaches, you got to your all-inclusive resorts, the Spanish ones, and so on. But leave, right? Adam has island roots. They take you out. You don't want to stay in that all-inclusive resort and only experience that. You need to be going outside and visit Dunsborough Falls and make sure you're getting out to Rick's Cafe in the Grill. You want to really go to Portland as well. That's my favorite spot. The Errol Flynn Marina is where I love to be. You got the Boston jerk and taste some real jerk pork over there. Or for those of you who don't eat pork, you can have the jerk chicken. But you want to experience as much of Jamaica as possible, as much of the people. And then you really should be building in a Wednesday night. You want to go to like a weddy Wednesdays. Obviously, we have COVID right now, so there's a problem there. But you need to go to an authentic Jamaican dance, and you need to go to an authentic Jamaican clash. Those are some of the things we want. Look at this way. Irie, Collie Herb. Like, okay, everybody, I love them things. Look at Donovan saying, everywhere I go in the US, everybody want to curse a bad word. And in Jamaica, if you curse, I want to charge him for it. You don't understand. Well, I would say that we need to be careful about the cursing part. We know it's a bad word, so we shouldn't be saying it. Americans don't see it as a bad word, or the European. So it's fine. I get that. That's something that's going to be iffy. We will see how this one going. Let's see. We're saying good to hear about Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. And one thing he doesn't understand in the US is why the Jamaican government charging us for the curse word thing. So again, there's a time and place for everything. That's how I was raised. There's a time and place for everything. Actually, I haven't heard anybody being charged just on the street for cursing, right? Jamaican bad words. All these words end in cloths. But if you go on stage, they're charging them, which I think at that point is stupid, though. Let's be honest. This is an event for adults. So I think you're allowed to curse. Going in, that's what's happening. I don't hear rappers in the US getting in trouble for cursing. It doesn't happen in the UK either. So, oh gosh. So you say you are going to drop the Millie Spas, My Boy Lollipop, one of the biggest songs ever come out of Jamaica. And so look at this one. Hard to say that I will not fly that other airline that has our Dr. Bird on it. You can't do that. The government own piece of that in a man, like 19%. We need to support Caribbean Airlines. It literally, we need to keep it afloat. There are Jamaicans who are being paid. It's Jamaican tax dollars helping to prop it up. That money gets spent in Jamaica. So we should be supporting Caribbean Airlines before any other airline, because that money directly contributes to Jamaica. It doesn't come back out of the country like when we fly these others. So we're bigging up Constant Spring. I love this. Our trends in America and global jargon. You go to Toronto, you go to London, and hear some of the words they're using. It's Jamaican slang that they've taken. So let's be honest about that. Idris Elba. You'd swear Idris was Jamaican the way that he talks sometimes, right? So how can we help bring more software outsourcing to Jamaica, similar to what India has done? So I love that question, because we are actually working on that right now. But the idea is number one, we can't follow the way that India did it, right? India spent a ton of money putting together their technical institutes, right? You just Google ITT in terms of the Indian technical colleges. Jamaica cannot do that as quickly. It just doesn't happen, right? So they invested in their people, their education system, educating their people. The government had a policy geared towards that, and then they started having opportunities come over. Jamaica is doing that on the call center side, and now moving up the value chain, thankfully, chatbots and more. But we can't copy India. We can learn from India. The way I think would be the smarter way is that Jamaican investors should be investing in US technology startups. And then when you invest in the company, whether you're on the board or you're an investor, you can now show them what is available back in the region, and then encourage them to do business in Jamaica. That's what we're doing. We're investing in some companies here in the US, and they're going to be outsourcing some of their marketing to Jamaica. They're outsourcing some of their accounting to Jamaica, and they're going to outsource some of their software development to Jamaica. The reason it makes sense to show them, look at a school like NCU, a Northern Caribbean University based in Mandeville. NCU over the last 11 years has either won or placed in the top 3 of the Microsoft Imagine Cup every year. I mean, this is amazing. We have, UWI, UTech, these universities are top class, ranked in the top 5%. UWI's business school is in the top 5% of business schools in the whole world, and they're winning or placing in the top 10 of the national, international business model competitions. So the people are there, but you cannot expect other people to know what is available in Jamaica and come on the business if you aren't showing them that. We promote Jamaica primarily for tourist destinations, right? And only one kind of tourist, really. We don't even promote the food tourism. That's coming, thankfully, the gastronomy. And we don't promote the heritage tourism much. I know that is coming. I've been told as well, thankfully. We definitely not promoting the cultural tourism, the music. They do it around Reggae Sumfest. We have Sunsplash that's coming as well. But we need to do more of that. But on the business side, these people are familiar with the brand already. They're familiar with the country. We're the 3rd largest English-speaking country, natural English-speaking country in the Western Hemisphere. And we have a brand that's way bigger than the country, this island. and people know it. They're already doing business there with the BPO, the call centers, and more that they're doing. But Jamaicans also have to be less anti-foreign, right? Foreign direct investment. You should not be asking somebody to spend money in your country if you're not willing to spend money in their country or buy their products and services. Trade goes both ways. So that's the way I am approaching it. I like this. I'm saying the generic Caribbean accent is not the Jamaican accent. We know that. There is a pet peeves. I want some pet peeves. Here's a pet peeve. That was a pet peeve. That this generic Caribbean accent. Of course, Marlon brings up medical tourism. People are already doing that going into Mexico. And Jamaica presents a great opportunity for Canadians and especially Americans for medical tourism. Right? People in Britain, they all know Jamaican doctors and nurses, and they keep taking more from there. How about coming here to us instead? I seen Veronica saying that she wears dread as a Jamaican, and she's happy to see how people are embracing our culture. But growing up in my household, it was not embraced. It was shunned to an extent, and everyone is crazy promoting it everywhere. And that is true. That is just standard, though, right? That was the way it was. Think of the 1950s and 1960s, how American parents were against rock and roll, and they were against Elvis Presley. Well, Bob Marley onwards is the same thing, right? There's always the generation before the parents. Oh, that's not real music, because I'm like that right now. I hear some of the newest dancehall and it doesn't appeal to me. I grew up with Beanie Man and Bounty Killer, Sean Paul, Elephant Man, Lady Saw, Tanya Stevens. Like that's what I grew up hearing. So to me, that is real music. Today's dancehall is something different and doesn't appeal to me, but it has its place and it appeals to its audience, and we shouldn't decry it and downplay it. We should support it because there is clearly a target market for it. So generational issues. So we're going to go back on that one. Big up DC. We got DC in the building. Oh, look at this one. Kean said the pet peeve is that they think our confidence is being cocky, and we saw that happen to Usain Bolt when Usain Bolt broke the record, beat his chest before he crossed the line. And the IOC, right, the person in charge, actually complained about that. They accuse him of being boastful. And you know what? Self-confidence is not the same as being arrogant. If you know that you're good and you end up celebrating, there's nothing wrong with that. Other people do it. You look at when somebody dunking basketball and how they celebrate. You look at touchdown celebrations after you score a touchdown. The celebrations when you score a goal in the World Cup. Come on. You are supposed to celebrate achievements. You're supposed to be happy. And Jamaicans are happier than most. We are a dancing culture. You see Bolt out there doing sweep, right? Him dancing. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that is crucial, and people misunderstand our self-confidence for arrogance. But I'll admit, sometimes we Jamaicans need to humble ourselves a bit and help to lift up the rest of the Caribbean and not try to look like we are the Caribbean. But I want to see some more pet peeves. What the best way to leverage brand Jamaica to create opportunities? Well, you know what first, Kean? We need to define brand Jamaica. That's the first thing. You need to define brand Jamaica. We have never defined it. Brand Jamaica means different things to different people. So we need to have one entity, which is the Ministry of Culture. We have a Ministry of Culture, Entertainment, Sport, right, and Gender. They need to define brand Jamaica. And then we can go from there. What are the components of this brand? You bring in marketing people who I did an MBA in marketing and international business. So you bring in the marketing people and say, what are our brand attributes? What's the target market that we're going to go after? Or do we have segments, right? You want to segment your target market. Where are they? How do we get to them? What is important? And then develop an actual plan. And I would do a 10-year plan of how do you build that narrative around this brand Jamaica. And brand Jamaica is big, right? It's not just music. It's not just food. It's not just people. It's not just sun, sea, sun, and remember sex, because how Stella got her groove back, put everybody on the map about Jamaica. So we need to define it first, put a team in place after that, and then implement the plan. We're looking at community tourism should be marketed more as a way for small businesses to expand and keep the multiplier effect in the community. I love it. That's exactly right. I see Erica is on Instagram saying, yes, we are, David. Happy to collaborate. Marsha dropping a whole bunch of Jamaica flags on IG. Pam comes in and says, good day, everyone. Pam, where are you coming in from? You have to tell us, big up a town, either where you come from in Jamaica, big up where you are now, big up your school. I want people to drop some big ups in here. Oh, look at this one. red pea soup patty, I have to eat. Your respect, Pauline. Go enjoy your lunchtime. Enjoy your food. Anybody else with some pet peeves? I want any other pet peeves, anything that make you proud to be Jamaican? We got 20 minutes left. This is where I'm going. Erica is sitting here on Instagram saying, we have such a powerful brand and others are using it. And you know what? That came out. There was a report last week. I shared the article. It's actually on South Florida Caribbean News that talks about geographic branding, right? So you are able to file a geographic marker, a geographic identifier. So Blue Mountain, for example, is a protected mark. You can't have Blue Mountain coffee from anywhere else because it's only grown in Blue Mountain, which is in Jamaica. But Trinidad only has one geographic identifier. Jamaica has 3, and Cuba has like 1,000. That's shocking. But that's why we have a Jamaican style jerk when you go to certain restaurants in the United States, right? That is Jamaican. Jerk is Jamaican, is invented in Jamaica. That should be something that is protected, right? With this one, I like that your head is on. Big up St. Cry, big up St. Cry. We've got Crucian, St. Cry. Big up. Of course, Paulie coming again. We got the Marleys in here, man. My father, Robert Nessa, said about the people, peace and liberty make this world a better place. So this morning, I went to the pool, I lay down and did some meditation. You know what I did? I was listening to Bob Marley. I tend to start my days listening to Bob Marley and Jimmy Cliff, those two in particular, because it gets me to meditate, to slow down, concentrate, and remember, what am I supposed to put out in the world today? I'm supposed to put out positive energy into the world. Marsha is on Instagram saying, I'm absolutely so proud to be Jamaican. I'm gutted by how our brand is plastered all over without protection. And of course, Sham, I'm on our advisory board for our company. Look out for Sightseeing with Sandy. The 3rd book is actually going to be set in Jamaica. Sorry for busting the secret, Sham. How can I get this coffee? You will get this coffee when I send you a bag of this coffee. Don't worry. You will get a bag in Texas. And she said she wants the real thing. So you're going to make sure you get the real thing. And in fact, you're going to get some real Blue Mountain coffee from Wallingford, which is actually owned by my mentor, Michael Leachin. So we'll sort it out for you. Look at this. Michael said, Vegas. I always get great information from you, David. I appreciate this, Michael. I just want to share why I'm so passionate about Jamaica and in the wider Caribbean. Love my island, Jamaica. Bad. We love it, bad. And then, of course, Erica is over here. It's about darn time we own it, protect it, market it proper, not just tourism, which I love. We all love tourism. And of course, Marsha is bigging up Shan, who is a fellow Paul Carrick Brunson tribe member, because they're doing their mastermind, and Paul is amazing. And of course, Paul is Jamaican as well. Big up. So Sham is saying, you're not busting a secret. I got a surprise for you in that book, though. I can't wait to see the surprise. I'm so excited for this project that Sham is working on. And I will eventually post a clip one day of Sham. I was a judge on Paul Brunson's pitch competition. And so Sham was one of the people there. And I can't wait. Here's Pam talking about Blue Mountain coffee is the best. Blue Mountain coffee is the best. Tell me some of the things that you buy from Jamaica, things that you love, brands that you love, products, Grace Vienna sausage. I mean, tell me something else that you guys enjoy about Jamaica. What's something that you have on your shelf right now? So you see, I have the book. Actually, you can't see the book. See there? It's my wife's book. Obviously authentic recipes from Jamaica. Yes, I did stage it here for the show. I don't have it there for my phone calls, but yes, give me some other things. Listen, I was not a judge, I was a master judge and guest. I love that one. You have to turn it up. It's like give yourself more credit. Oh man, no guys, thank you for tuning in all over. We've had some amazing people joining, you're giving some feedback. We still have time, 15 minutes. You miss birthday crackers. I love that, Angela. You know what you need? Oh, look at this one. They restricted those celebrations in the NBA and NFL as well. I don't agree with the restrictions. Yeah, but that's why football is the best sport in the world, right? Americans call it soccer. Football, where you actually use your foot, is the best sport in the whole world, partially because of the celebrations as well. That's straight up. And I did play football as well. So rum, Appleton, to be specific. Of course, Jamaicans all talk about Appleton rum. And it was National Rum Day the other day. So I went and had some rum. But you know, I did a poll on Twitter, 700 votes in 4 hours. Of course, Appleton won because I mainly have Jamaicans following me. So like 67% voted for Appleton. But I was actually told I need to taste some other rum out of Jamaica. So Blackwell Rum is one. I do want to taste that. That's Chris Blackwell from GoldenEye and Island Records, Bob Marley fame. So I want to taste Blackwell Rum. And then, of course, we have some others in Jamaica. So I'm going to be going on a rum tasting tour in Jamaica. Sandra Glasgow has promised me a bottle to taste, and she's convinced that I will switch from Appleton to Worthy Park. So let us see where that goes. But I posted in there Mount Gay from Barbados, and then I had obviously El Dorado from Guyana, and I had Bookman from Haiti. And of course, everybody else in the Caribbean was complaining. And Antigua was posting their rums. St. Lucia was posting their rums. I mean, I started a rum war. So I got in trouble. Well, guys, I buy the stuff that might not be so healthy. Desserts like drops and such. What do you mean? Oh, gosh, now you're making me hungry. I want some greater cake, gizzardo, coconut drops, on the banana leaf. Yeah, man, those are the things that we grew up with, right? If you're a Jamaican who grew up in Jamaica, you know about drops. You know about them things. What Marsha said, listen, David, what of the other differences? The Dr. Bird, the ferns in Fern Gully, butterflies, bath in St. Thomas for the minerals. And we have 3 of those mineral baths in Jamaica as well. So let's see where we're going. All right, so I got somebody here, Esquire Brad, on Instagram saying, I guess I'm doing rum tasting with you. How many people want to go on a rum tasting tour with me in Jamaica? I think that would be awesome. I would do. And say, yeah, man. And I can instantly man say, yeah, man, rum tasting tour of the thing. So we're going to do a rum tasting tour. We can do some videos we post online. I'll tell you when we're going to be in Jamaica. You know what another one we should do? I want a jerk tasting tour. We got scotches. We're going to go, obviously, Boston. We're going to go some more places to find the best jerk in Jamaica. Maybe this is a YouTube series. I would like this. That's fun. And then you know what else? What else, guys? What else we need to be tasted in Jamaica? Come on, give me some ideas. What else we should do? Look, someone say, I will be here all day. You name it. Jerk, brown in season, lemongrass tea, man. All right. Cersei Tito. Erica is asking me, when will it be? She ready for come on this rum tasting tour, on Instagram. I don't know yet. Don't we have like COVID still a keep, COVID still a keep. Of course, Marsha is saying, what about vegan? The buzz of today, organic foods. Obviously, Rastafarian's been doing Natal food forever, which is now called vegan. So that's easy. Roast corn. Yes, we're going to have some roast corn. Erica, you're going JE soon. We'll coordinate. I'll make sure that you're there. Stay tuned. We will coordinate this thing. Okay, we got Errol Howard's in Naples by way of Brownstown. Big up, big up, big up. My sister actually went to Hilda's, so I've spent quite a bit of time in Brownstown. What's your Mountain Peak Coffee? Excelsior Crackers, Jamaican Tasty Cheese, National Bun. Which bun? He's an HTB person, Red Navy Rum. I have the bottle over here. Is in the kitchen. Red Label wine. Mint teas, several Dutch pots straight from Jamaica, jackfruit and bammy. Love my fish and bammy and festival, especially out at Hellshire. Fort Clarence is nice as well. But you know what the nicest place is? Little Ochi in Sainty. Oh my goodness, Little Ochi. Wow, that's where you have to go. So we're going to have to do that. I don't like jackfruit because I don't like how it smells when you open the jackfruit. Oh gosh. And of course, Blue Jaws. Original and best jerk in Boston and Boston, Portland, which is where I would go. We also need to not ignore marketing internally to Jamaicans. 100% agree. Jamaican tourism industry should be able to fall back on Jamaicans boosting the tourism industry, not just foreigners. Resorts and tourist spots need to be made more affordable and available to Jamaicans in Jamaica. Well, so you know what I would say? I wouldn't say that it needs to be made more affordable to Jamaicans. We need to raise the per capita GDP in Jamaica. We need to raise median income by growing the economy so Jamaicans can afford to partake in what foreigners come down and partake in. Instead of lowering the price, which causes service to go down, you can't pay the people the same. You know what you need to do? Let's help these people to make more money. Let's have a more inclusive economy. Let's see GDP growth that's finally positive. And it can't be trickled down. It needs to be bottom up, right? By paying people more, provided they do more productivity, they can spend more money within that local ecosystem, right? We don't have the population of a China or an India where they can depend on local investment and local consumer spending. But we do have enough that we could do something. So, of course, I'm saying you need to blend the jackfruit. And Marsha agreed with that jackfruit just yucky. You know what, Caroline? I agree. I understand that you need to blend the jackfruit. But from you cut it, I can't stand the smell. So I wouldn't even be alive to blend the jackfruit because I just go faint. Like anybody in here is like me and don't like jackfruit. Oh gosh, you might say more. Do other places make saltfish fritters? That's a good question. We have anybody from another island in here watching? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know that one. But you know, what? I know there's some sort of fritters in Barbados because flying fish is their thing, man. And I've had some really good stuff. You might say the cheese is like no other. Alaska is a must. That is true. Our cheese is quite so. So all right. So Rose have a wicked idea. I'm not gonna lie. Rose rum tasting island hopping. Rose, I like what you think. So you want us to do a rum tour in Jamaica, and then we need to go hop to all the other islands and taste everybody else's rum. Right? It's a private jet. I go, you need to do that, man. Jeez, I love this though. We're going to do a rum tasting island hopping. I love it. I love it. Of course, you find Jamaicans are very, very Finnish, Pam. And then Marsha on Instagram is saying Devon House ice cream. I love that. I can say it right here. You know, Devon House ice cream, creamy, run by a friend of mine. He's a chairman and CEO of the company. Chris went to University of Miami. We did our MBA together, and they actually are third largest holding in our portfolio in Blue Moho Capital's portfolio. So I love what Devon House ice cream is doing, what it tastes like. As far as I'm concerned, is how Warren Buffett has seized candy. That's how I look at Devon House ice cream. Ton up. So Shani's saying, do you know you could also blend or cook the jackfruit seeds? Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about no more jackfruit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear about. Just thinking about jackfruit make me feel sick. I'm not gonna lie. Look at soursop ice cream is Carlene's favorite. I have never tasted that, and we're not going to get into what I don't eat or what I eat. So because I'm not going to lose my Jamaican card. But let's just say soursop ice cream. I'm not tasting it, but enjoy that. Enjoy that one. We do have some really nice ice cream flavors though in Jamaica. But Marsha agreed me. She want nothing to do with jackfruit. So here's what Pam's saying. Pam's saying that Jamaicans are creative. We are very creative, and I agree. So jackfruit smells. That's what we keep saying. Jackfruit get visa. So all right, since we're on this, you guys obsessed with jackfruit. Let me tell you when I realized how serious jackfruit was. I live 10 minutes from Disney. I live by Walt Disney World here in Orlando. And there's a tour in Epcot that talks about the future and so on. And so they have a tour. You go in a little boat, and you end up going through these greenhouses. You get to see how food can be grown in modern ways, and they have jackfruit in there. They talk about jackfruit and how nutritious it is. And I remember my wife and I were in there. We're just like, what? We never know about jackfruit being that nutritious. Look at the Americans growing it in Disney, talking about it in Epcot. If you ever come to Walt Disney World, first of all, if you're coming to Orlando, you need to let me know because I'll go to Disney with you. I have an annual pass. Not right now though. Please don't come here right now. But when things kind of ease up here in Florida and you come, I would love to go to Disney World with you. I do it all the time, and we can go check out the jackfruit. So Carlene said, "Big up what you're doing to promote Jamaica." Erica is saying, "David, I was in Germany last September. Had a taste of rum from some other islands. We do have something spectacular." So you know what you're going to do? You're going to make all the Guyanese people and the Barbadians running and the St. Lucians going running and talk about how them ranking go. And Antigua, like you're going to start a rum war again on my live stream, and I don't want that to happen. So please, man, say barbecue jackfruit. It's quite popular among the vegans. Barbecue jackfruit. Never hear that, and I'm not tasting it, but whoever has tasted barbecue jackfruit, you let me know. Ashani is saying I'm missing out. You know what? I'm not missing out because I'm not smelling it. More good. Of course, Marsha is now bringing up our teas. So Erica is saying, for me, David, the food thing, lover of Jamaican cuisine, but not everyone can cook it. We need a standard operating procedure to cook it proper. I love it. Look at Deidre saying she saw a chef use jackfruit in replacement of meat in her taco. Vegan lifestyle. So yeah, that makes sense. I am not vegan though. So good for them. Enjoy it. Vegans, check out the jackfruit. We got more people in here. Hortense, you're talking about roast and boil the seeds too. I cannot believe this topic is turning into jackfruit. That's what you're so proud of Jamaica is jackfruit, guys. Give me something else. Good. You love Devon House ice cream. ZZ Palmer asked me, what's the topic? And topic scrolling on the bottom. Proud to be Jamaican. What makes you proud to be Jamaican? Share some things that you love about Jamaica. This one, Pacific Islanders cook jackfruit as meats. Great. I cook meat as meats. Love it. But big up to the Pacific Islanders for making use of the jackfruit. Where does jackfruit come from? Because breadfruit is not from Jamaica. Captain Bligh brought it to Jamaica. Actually, that's where Bath Fountain is. The first breadfruit tree in Jamaica was planted in Bath. Bet you didn't know that one. So where does jackfruit come from? Anybody? This person said they're not Jamaican, but always wanted to know how many dishes there are for ackee. Boy, we could stay here for a long time, because I'm sure there are a lot of things you can do with ackee. Erica is saying that on Instagram, especially the jerks or someone someone like Walkers can jump in. So, man, we're putting together one hell of a tour. Music and the artist, that is true. And then tasty patties, but it's tasty with 2 E's though. Tasty patties. I'm a tasty patties person, not a juicy beef patties. Don't shoot me. You're allowed to be a juicy beef patties person. That's fine. You can be a mother's patty person. Carlene is on here saying she don't eat ackee. I have no comment. No comment whatsoever. I love saltfish. I'm going to tell you that. I have no comment. Carol is saying we need to pass on our culture to our children so it does not become extinct. I 100% agree with you, but I'm not worried about that. I'm honestly not worried about that, Carol. I think our culture is so strong. People know it. Marsha is saying on here that on Instagram, proud of how vibrant our people are, bold to stand up and stand out locally and internationally, unmatched in so many categories. And of course, Chris pops in Hellshire Fish and Festival, which is exactly what we spoke about. So here it is. Jackfruit came from the Pacific Islands, as far as I know. We're going to Google that one. Great answer. We're going to go and check it out. This turned into Jeopardy now. 4 minutes left, guys. Send in some things. Big up some people. Send greetings if you want to send greetings to somebody in Jamaica. I remember that we used to send greetings. That was hilarious. Christmas time. So what is easy saying, what I love about Jamaicans, we show off. Oh, gosh, man. We're bossy. I love see if one another wear our colors, our volume turn up, and we get the attention. And that's true. So I can tell you a joke. I want to talk about a man like Jamie Oliver making jerk rice. Yeah, I love it. I'm proud of how resilient the Jamaican people are, is what Carlene is saying on Instagram. Erica is saying, this serves to advise that as of today, David and I started the Jamaica Global Marketing and Cultural Committee. I love it. I love this. I can't believe this one. I think there's a board that we need to go and talk with. Greetings to all the teachers in Jamaica, Marley says on Instagram. So big up you guys. Hold on. Coconut dumplings? Do you like? Never even hear that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fried dumpling guy. So whenever I have coconut dumpling, I would taste that though. I would taste that. Ashani is on Instagram talking about Neesberry. Jamaicans tend to love their Neesberry. And then sending greetings to the Bailey family in Clarendon. Big up the Bailey family in Clarendon. Carlene on Instagram is sending greetings to you. I would like to send greetings to my family, the Baileys in Clarendon. Right? That's how we used to do it. That's how we used to do it in Jamaica. Christmas time, you sit around the TV, which was JBC at that time, one TV station, and people would send greetings to their family. And that's how we got to see so many people in Canada, the US, the UK. Sometimes it was funny as well. Breadfruit, I thought, came on the South Coast. No, Captain Bly. Captain Bly brought breadfruit. And what book is behind me is a Jamaican cookbook. So I'll show you the book afterwards. It's a Jamaican cookbook. I'm saying Bahamas, banana dumpling is better. Okay, then. Man, them fight out. Wow, you guys fighting out the coconut dumplings still. But let me see. Greetings to my mom and dad who lives in Montego Bay. Woodstock family. Big up. Watch here. And then Elvis is reminding me that CVM was around in your days. Elvis, I was born in 1981. It started with JBC TV. I used to watch Rapping. I used to watch Punchinello Little Fellow. I watched Lime Tree Lane. That's the stuff I was watching. I started with JBC TV, boss. Like, I don't care if I dated myself. 1981, my born. JBC TV. Punchinello. Rapping. Well, Punchinello was wicked. Like, let's admit, Punchinello was wicked. Lime Tree Lane was funny. Was really funny. Come on, Johnny. All right, what is this? I make the best Jamaican Christmas black cake in the Maryland, Virginia, and DC area. Hit me up. Yo, you see how Jamaicans bossy? We just said it. Jamaicans bossy. Literally, you're going to come on my show to tell the whole world that you make the best Jamaican Christmas black cake in the Maryland, Virginia, and DC area. ZZ, I need a piece of this because I need to test this. I need to confirm. So I'll send you my address again for send me a piece. All right. Sweet potato dumplings. No, sweet potato pudding. Sweet potato pudding. My mother know when I show up at her house in Palm Beach, you better have some sweet potato pudding for me to eat, and you better have some sweet potato pudding for me to carry home. That is what I want. Big up my mother and father, Pansy and Glenn. But where are they, Ken? They in California with you? Where are they? Watch it. Erica said, David, with the same age, you look younger than me. Yeah, because I do that little skin regimen, man, and I play sports and swim, and I want to I need to look young. Normally I would shave off the gray hairs, but funny enough, my wife doesn't actually like me having the gray hairs. And she doesn't like the beard, right? It itches when you hug each other, kind of thing. But what I said to her was very simple. When I did the photo shoot for the magazine behind me, right, with Leachin, the inside cover has me with the gray hairs. And a friend of mine in Jamaica said, "Oh, wow, David, I like this picture. You look like the rich Godfather." And they like the look. so I said, okay, great. That's a look that I would want to have. That one makes sense to me. So this was a lot of fun. So I'm going to keep it for now, right? When you're managing people's money, they tend to prefer that you look older. It's an advantage, I'll be honest. We're going back to JBC TV. We're wrapping up the show now. But we're bigging up JBC TV radio stations, or JBC and RGR, right? Alan Lewis in the morning, all these people. Big them up, big up Auntie Faye Ellington. So it's easy to say more young. Yeah, I'm young. I'm 39. I'll be 40 next month. Yes, I am young. You love the pudding. My people at PAM love the pudding. Oh my gosh, I used to love Lime Tree Lane. I know that. And they're coming up with an animated Lime Tree Lane soon. So stay tuned for that. A friend of mine actually working on that one in Jamaica. Stay tuned for it. I'm not saying anymore. Your favorite is sweet potato pudding. So me and you can par Hortense. Just don't bring up Jackfruit to me. I don't want to hear it again. This one's saying Hortense Palmer with the coconut. They want coconut. Old Harbour, St. Catherine. So your family probably know my family. That's where Mom's family is right now. McNamee family is out in Old Harbour. That's where them chilling. So big up. I say David dropping in the thumbs up with the Jamaica flag. It is 2:00, 1 hour. We're wrapping up the show now, guys. This has been so much fun. A trip down memory lane. I hope you guys are excited about Jamaica and being Jamaicans or visiting Jamaica. So to sum up, we're supposed to do a rum tour in Jamaica. We need to do a jerk tour in Jamaica. And there's one that I personally want to do. I've offered it to a few friends of mine. I want to do a James Bond tour in Jamaica. I want to go to all the locations that have been featured in James Bond movies. So this is Dr. No. This is Live and Let Die, the crocodile scene. And they have other scenes as well. And then, of course, No Time to Die. So I want to do the James Bond tour, the rum tour, and we need to do a jerk tour. So let's link up in Jamaica and let's coordinate, guys. Everybody stay safe. Remember, COVID still a keep, right? Tana your yard, as I'm saying in Jamaica. Please be smart, be safe. You're going out, do what you need to do, but remember, we're doing this for us. Wear your mask, take care of other people. Be careful about traveling. If you have to travel. If you want to go somewhere else that you think is safer, then go there. But please stay safe. And we see in Horton saying, in my time, it was Marie Grath done topping on the radio. She's 63. I'm going to ask that about those people. And then Marlon saying, we need an art tour. And that's true. Thanks to Kingston Creative, who now has a home in downtown Kingston. I sit on their board. We will have an art tour. They've been doing one now a year and a half. So I look forward to doing that, checking out the Institute of Jamaica, the National Museum. There's so much that we can be doing down there. Look at this one. General Hospital is calling. He'll respond to the inbox messages. Boy, you know what? Since you close it out, I want Jamaicans just tell me what what were your favorite shows, daytime soap operas growing up in Jamaica, right? Because everybody had some. We're all watching something. Let's not lie. So I'm not surprised that General Hospital show up in here. But yeah, man, big up, respect my fellow countrymen. Zizi, again, you put it on camera now. In the video is recorded saying you have the best Christmas black cake in Maryland, Virginia, DC. So we're all going to test it now, and you better live up to it. You really, really better live up to it. So. Love Jamaica. One love to everybody. Next week, Wednesday, same time, same place. I'm going to have a guest next week. It will be a surprise. I am so excited for this. I really appreciate everybody that was watching, everybody here involved between Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. You guys made this worth it, worth my time, worth the expense. I really appreciate this. You guys tuned in from all over the world. I mean, we even got the Middle East to tune in this time from Qatar. That is incredible. Truly appreciate it. David, respect, love and appreciate me. I appreciate it. Marlon, everybody. This is fun. And I love doing this. Next week, same time, same place. We're going to do this. And we're going to turn it up. Let's get a guest on the next one. I really appreciate you guys. Everybody, please stay safe. Love to your families. Big up Jamaica. One love and keep making us proud. I'm gone. Later.